there's plenty to do outside this arena. And just look at the fan zone, people queuing to go to the merchandise stores, meet the fans. I noticed yesterday evening after the semi-final, Chen was busy signing autographs. The Indonesian fans are here in force. We've been talking about them. I was lucky enough to get invited to the Hexagon Suite, the VIP area, the other evening. Met some of the sponsors. It's a wonderful atmosphere outside around the arena. There's some wonderful badminton inside the arena as well. What a fabulous day out for all the fans, it really is. Yeah. Just photographing the tickets in case they get lost. So we're just about ready for our third final of the day. It's women's doubles, and it features the two-time reigning world champions MATSUMOTO and Nagahara up against the current world #1s Chen and JIA. Now, as far as the semi-final knockout draw, this was the only draw that had the winners of one group playing the runners-up of the other group. But the extraordinary thing is that the runners-up of both Group A and Group B have come through to the final. Isn't that extraordinary? Matsumoto and Nagahara, their career win-loss records translate into 17 finals and 7 titles. As 2 of their titles this year for Chen and JIA, they've been in 26 previous finals and have won 20 career titles. But this is their 8th final in their 17th tournament this year. Here the world champions, Matsumoto and Nagahara. And they started off their campaign by beating Kitihara-kun and Prajongjai in 3 games. Lost the opening game, as indeed they did on Thursday when they eventually beat last year's beaten finalists, but they had to come from a game down to win that. And on Friday, they beat Kim and Kong from Korea. And in the semi-final, beat the #1 seeds in a repeat of the last 2 World Championship finals, Fukushima and Hirota. Well, Chen on the right as we look at them, JIA, the left-hander. And they won this title 3 years ago in Dubai, beating the Olympic champions Matsutomo and Takahashi in the final. So in their first match on Wednesday, they had to play against their teammates, Du Yue and Li Yunhui. That was 3 games, as indeed was the match on Thursday against Poli and Rahayu, their first 2 matches against the World Championship bronze medalists. Then on Friday, they lost the group decider. That was to decide who was 1 and 2 in the group, and they lost to the #1 seeds, Fukushima and Hirota, in a repeat of the 2017 World Championship final. At that semi-final against last year's beaten finalists, Lee So-hee and Shin Sung-chan, as you saw, very, very convincing second game, 21-8. They were totally dominant. Well, the big build-up to announce the players onto centre stage. And the world champions, Matsumoto and Nagahara, come into the arena, and they're not only going to be playing against their opponents today, they're going to be playing against the home fans who all the way through the tournament have cheered on the Chinese players, and so they should. What's the point of having home advantage if you can't make use of the home support? The former world champions, the current world #1s, Chen Cheng and JIA. Well, they are an outstanding pair, the former world champions, and they so often perform at the big events. Of course, gold at the 2017 World Championships, gold at last year's Asian Games, winners of the All England this year, and winners of the Asia Championships this year as well. So as you can see, this is the 7th meeting between these two pairs, and Chen Cheng and JIA hold the advantage, having won 4 of the previous 6. But perhaps most importantly is the fact that they've won the last 3 occasions. The last time they met was actually the final of the Badminton Asia Championships in Wuhan. It was 3 games, 21-19 in the deciding game in 1 hour and 9 minutes. So before the play gets underway, the players change ends.
And that was due to Chen and JIA won the toss, and they chose that end where they're going to stand now. It's the furthest away from us.
Yeah. I think they would have had a choice of ends, whatever, because I think this Japanese pair always choose to receive. But anyway, that's another issue. Mayu Matsumoto is 24 years of age. Both she and her partner born on the northernmost of the main 4 islands, the island of Hokkaido in Japan. Currently number 3 in the world ranking, but they did spend a total of 27 weeks across 2 different spells as world number 1s. Wakana Nagahara will turn 24 next month. And their 2 World Championship gold medals, the first here in China, in the city of Nanjing, and then in Basel earlier this year. 5 previous finals for the Japanese pairs, so this is the 6th final in their 20th individual tournament of the year. Chen Cheng is 22 years of age. In fact, she's 6 days older than her partner. She was born in this province, Guangdong province, but she was not born here in Guangzhou. She was born in Meizhou. The left-handed JIA, born in Tianjin on the northeast coast of China, and she holds the distinction of being the youngest player ever to win a Super Series Finals women's doubles title at the age of 19 years, 5 months and 19 days. So she's younger by 6 days than her partner.
Yes.
Fabio Beto from Italy is our umpire for this one, and Gerald Assonneau from Canada, the service judge. Well, for Chen Cheng and JIA, a 2nd final at the World Tour Finals, or World Super Series Finals as it used to be called. 8th final in a 17th tournament this year for the Chinese combination. Now, I know when we worked together recently, Morten, so this is the first time I've had the pleasure of your company this week. This week,
yes.
But you were talking, and Steen was saying exactly the same thing. This partnership we're looking at right now excels when JIA is playing well.
Yes. I put it down in my notes to make sure that I still remember it, because every time I see them, it all depends on JIA. If she's playing well, the partnership is playing really well. They were struggling last year because she was having an injury. She was having a wrist injury, and they were really struggling last year. But when she's playing well, the partnership is good.
Just listen to the roar from the home fans. So the women's doubles final. The former world champions against the current world champions.
Yeah.
The current world #1s against the former world #1s.
And we have a challenge on the first one.
That's extraordinary, isn't it?
I can understand why the Japanese are challenging. It's called out. And it's out. I thought it was a lot closer than that. But just as the Chinese partnership is depending a lot on JIA in the picture here, the Japanese duo is depending on Matsumoto. When Matsumoto is playing well, then the partnership is playing well.
Yeah. Good work. They look a little nervous, don't they, the current world champions?
Yeah.
Matsumoto and Nagahara.
They have to find their rhythm first.
Nice. Well, Matsumoto and Nagahara are trying to keep a little run of success going as far as women's doubles is concerned at these World Tour finals, because Japanese pairs have won for the last 2 years, 2 different pairs. They're trying to become the 3rd different pair in 3 years from Japan to win this title. Well, finally, they're off the mark. Because 2 years ago, Shiho Tanaka and Koharu Yonimoto.
Yonimoto won it, and last year was Matsumoto and Takahashi.
That's it.
And Matsumoto played extremely well last year.
But they didn't qualify this year.
No, they did not. It's a tough call when they have three pairs from the same nation and only 2 can qualify.
Yeah. Tallest player on court, Matsumoto. 176 or 5'9½". Oh, that's well in. That's a great shot. Oh, they're challenging.
Yes, Chen.
I saw that as clearly in Morton.
Yeah, me too.
Surely a wasted challenge.
Yeah, according to us. But let's see.
Yeah, clearly in. Never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
that's great defense.
Yeah, well worked by Nagahara.
Oh, missed opportunity. One interesting thing about the head-to-head sport between these two pairs, they've played twice previously in a final, and both times won by the Chinese pair. Is that significant? Because the reason I ask that is because I think Chen, once she's in a final, she's a bit like a Sukamolyo who loves to be in the spotlight and sort of rises to the occasion.
Yes. I think you got a point. I think you got a point on that. But I think that the biggest problem seen from a Japanese point of view is the fact that Nakahara, Wakana Nakahara, is not scoring any points. She's steady, she keeps it going, get it back, but she doesn't score points like what we saw here from MATSUMOTO.
Yeah.
I'm actually decided I'm going to make a mark every time that Nagahara is scoring a point in this match. And I guarantee you, I don't think we will get to finals.
Well, the flick serve I thought was a little obvious. And so too did Chen. Look, she's on her way back. Didn't move before the serve was struck, but she knew it was coming.
Yeah, balance was backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Smash straight down the line. She's probably, do you think, the hardest hitter in the women's doubles game?
Yeah, when she's in balance.
Matsumoto?
Yeah.
Got the net caught. And it's a 5-point advantage for the former champions, Chen and JIA here at the mid-game interval. Played. Chen news to us, the head coach, and Kang Kyung-jin, former Korean player and former head coach of the Korean team, now coaching here in China. Such a lovely change of pace. Oh my goodness. Oh no, she's all right. I think she's all right. Oh, I'm not so sure now. Oh, dear me. I thought initially she just lost her balance, but maybe
Yeah.
she...
Me
Oh,
too.
she hit her head.
She hit her head.
Oh, dear. Oh, that could be very nasty. Oh. If she's concussed, then this could be quite serious. Now, in badminton, it's the player themselves that has to ask for a doctor. In certain sports, especially contact sports like rugby, if somebody has a head injury, they must be seen by the doctor. They have to be taken off the pitch, must be seen by a doctor.
And declared fit.
And the doctor has to declare them fit.
Yes.
It wasn't that she tumbled over, it was the fact that she hit her head.
I think she lost her breath a bit.
A bit
the whole,
winded.
yeah, in the whole process.
Well, this is actually very concerning.
Yeah, and I think there's a fault on it, so the point goes to Chen and JIA.
Well, that's extraordinary. I completely missed the fault bit.
Yep. So it's 13-6 now.
Yeah, well, I was so worried about JIA.
Yeah. But Nakahara was faulted at the net, being over the net when she was striking the shot.
Well, I'm not altogether surprised that she's just made a service error. And even her practice service error. I'm concerned, Morten.
Yeah, let's see. I think they did right there, the Chinese duo, by getting JIA to the net and sort of just recovering a little bit and let Chen work at the back.
Which then begs the question, why on earth did the Japanese player flick serve to Chen to immediately allow her to go to the back?
Yes, I agree.
I suppose the answer is Nagahara has been struggling with her low serve in recent months, hasn't she?
Yes. There are a few players on the circuit that's having lots of trouble when it comes to serving.
And that's quite possibly because of the change of rule in serving, and so because it's now done on a specific height, 115 centimetres, the whole of the shuttle must be struck below that line. Then players maybe have been adjusting their serves and haven't quite got into the groove of playing to the new rules. Oh, that's a great smash. That's a great smash. Oh my goodness, they're both down. You haven't marked one winner yet, have you, for Nagahara?
I actually have been kind. I've marked one. There was a smash. She has twice forced the opponents into error.
Okay. Well, I think that goes down as winning the point if you force your opponent into error.
But it's
a fine line.
It's a very fine line.
Yeah.
I'm talking about these outright winners that you know you need to be able to score as well.
Yeah.
It will be a bit too harsh to say that she's not able to force her opponent into error now and again. The net exchange where the two Chinese ended up on the floor, both of them trying to defend it. That was set up by Nagahara at the net.
Well, they're creeping back, are the current world champions. Ah, now that's got to go down as a winner.
That's a winner. That's a very, very nice block shot.
Yeah, super
very
play.
proactive.
Well done, Nagahara. Oh, that's not the best of serves. Great shot. Good rally. I suspect that could be the longest rally. Indeed it is. 33 shots. One of the best rallies so far as well. It was an opportunity for Nagahara. It all started with an excellent serve from JIA, and now it's game point opportunities.
There's no doubt that JIA and Chen is having an advantage when it comes to the service situation. They're serving much, much better than their opponents.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, well saved. Ooh,
that was going wide, I think.
I thought so too. It's a good rally. short. Oh my goodness. Brilliant. This is just getting better and better. 60 shots. Oh, it had a little thing about it too, didn't it? That's gone long, and the opening game to the former champions Chen and JIA. 21-14. "21 minutes for that opening game." And to be honest, it was that 5-love lead they had that really built the entire opening game. And as far as the Japanese pair is concerned, from love 5 down, from that point on, there's hardly been anything in it.
No, there was this situation with JIA when she was hitting her head on the floor. That was sort of unsettling the situation a bit. But apart from that, the Chinese combination have really been flying.
Yeah.
It just brings back to what I've said on a number of occasions, that the partnership from Japan is so dependent on Matsumoto is playing well. Because the fact is that I think Nagahara is a good player, but she's not scoring points. She's not creating a lot. So it's all up to Matsumoto to create the situations.
I agree with you. But isn't that very similar to Gideon and Sukamulio?
It is. It's similar to many partnerships. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying when in the women's doubles there are quite a number of pairs, and it's all about finding the edge, finding that little bit of X factor.
Yeah. And
the problem for this Japanese combination is that it's all depending on Matsumoto to do it.
Yeah. Well, the world champions, if they want to become only the second women's doubles pair who've been reigning world champions to win this end of season championship, we're going to have to come from behind. Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang as reigning world champions, won 2 titles actually at the end of season championship, 2011 and 2012.
That's a strong interception. Very well played by JIA. Just emphasizing what we said earlier about the Chinese pair is much better when it comes around the service situation. Commentator's curse, isn't it?
That's her second service error. Her first was her serve immediately after she'd banged her head. Well, when your opponent has just made a service error, the one thing you want to do yourselves is to make sure the shuttle gets into play.
Return the favour. I think we discussed it earlier, Joe, that Chen is not celebrating in the same way as what she used to do.
No.
I think she's growing up a little bit.
Oh, unbelievable.
Who had that opportunity to kill it?
Nagahara.
Still came back.
Yeah.
Still coming back.
Oh my goodness, that went under the net. Missed it.
Service over, 4-7.
Yeah.
It's a relentless pressure from Chen and JIA. They are really attacking.
Yep. Look at that commitment going forward from Chen. Just launching herself towards the net. Missed it. Yeah, they're losing their discipline. The world champions, Matsumoto and Nagahara, going for shots that really aren't on. Well played.
That is so well worked.
Longest rally of this second game, I suspect. Yeah.
And look at these two smashes. The first two smashes are chest height on Matsumoto, and it's so difficult for her to defend it.
Yeah.
And the last one is getting too short.
Oh, goodness me. Is that supposed to be a smash?
I think the string in Matsumoto's racket.
No, the whole racket's gone.
Is the whole racket gone?
The whole racket's
oh, yes,
gone.
yeah, I can see that now.
How on earth is she playing on?
That's pretty good.
That's just extraordinary. She must have played at least 4 shots up there with a completely smashed racket. Well, we're at the mid-game interval, and there's 7-point advantage in the Chen and JIA.
然后创造出机会以来，功能也可以提高。我们保持连贯，你可以杀点高的，但不要用力太给他。 下，轻的重的，轻的重的，配合。啊。
Did you see that, Zhang Jun pointing towards the shoulder?
Yes, I saw that.
Is that about the flat smashes, do you suspect? Yeah.
发的很狠，他不舒服，他只有抢你网，和你发完要去就上去，怼出来后面再把你拿下。
Well, there's no question in my mind the attacking play of the former world champions. Left and right-handed combination has been superb so far today. The head coach Zhang Jun asking them to try and intercept even more, especially JIA, but I think they played really well in that department.
Yeah, I think JIA has been very active at the front and very decisive at the front. When she's getting in, she's really scoring points.
It's 6 straight points now for Chen and JIA. But more significant is the fact that it's a 9-point advantage. That's a nice shot. Missed it. Yeah, she's not having the best of days, is she, MATSUMOTO? I wonder whether the Japanese pair maybe played too much this year. This is their 20th individual tournament of the year, plus of course they've played team competitions as well. They have played 14 of the 15 Super 500 and above events.
The problem for the Japanese women's doubles is the fact that they have 3 pairs and only 2 can qualify for the Olympics. So they're fighting their butts off. They are working so hard to get in front of the other pair.
Yeah.
And so they're forced to play all these tournaments because it's down to the smallest of margins.
Oh my goodness. Oh, she was right there, JIA. Just completely mistimed her shot. Longest rally of this second game.
But the last smash was directed towards the shoulder of MATSUMOTO. And it gave an opportunity, but missed by JIA.
Well, no, I do understand why they're playing so much, all the Japanese pairs, but I'm not sure that it's helping their overall performance. And you do sort of wonder whether, in fact, the Japanese coaching staff, you can't do this. I mean, the whole point about sport is equal opportunities, and you've got to allow all 3 pairs, or maybe even 4 pairs, to really go for it and try and become the 2 that qualify for next year's Olympics. But logic tells me that the coaching staff should be saying, okay, these are the 2 pairs that are going to go. We're going to plan your progress to build up towards the Olympic Games. But politically, you can't do that.
No, but a partnership can do it. A partnership can say, we would choose to play less, but when we play a maximum 100%, 110%.
Yeah.
So a partnership could actually do that if they wanted, and then have the confidence and believe that we're doing the right thing here.
Yeah. That would take courage, though, wouldn't it?
It would. They have opted to go for every single tournament, all 3 of them.
Yeah. Because apart from 14 of the 15 500 and above events. They've also played 3 Super 300 events.
Good counter-attacking shot there from Nagahara.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah. That was on the grey carpet. Yeah. Oh, that's a wasted challenge. I saw that as clearly in, didn't you, Morten?
That's clearly in.
But that has to go down as a winner then from Nagahara.
No.
No?
No. No, that's a complete misjudgment.
Well, they were nowhere near it. You're a harsh man, aren't you?
I am, but no. I'm not falling for that one.
Oh, yeah. It's the flatter smash again, isn't it? A nod of approval from Jang Jun. Well, this is a fourth final at the end of year championships for Chen, second women's doubles. And previous 3 finals, she's won 3 titles. 2 in the mixed doubles. And of course 1 with JIA 3 years ago in the women's doubles. That's a pretty good record in finals here, isn't it, for Chen?
Yeah.
Because she looks highly probable that she's going to win a 4th title.
Yeah, it's looking good for Chen and JIA here.
Two points away from a 2nd title at the end of year championships for Chen. and Jia Yifan as a pair. Yeah, match point opportunities. Well, all credits to the former world champions, because they simply have not allowed the current world champions into the match. They've gone from the start, they've attacked, they've been aggressive, they've been thoughtful.
They have played by far the better game, and it's not been fair grounds to judge Nagahara in this match. I think she's on 2, even 1.5 outright winner. She has forced sort of 2, maybe 3 errors in a whole match lasting almost 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, what a counter-attacking shot.
Brilliant rally. Oh my goodness. What a rally to close out the match. 57 shots. And Chen and Jia Yifan take a second women's doubles title at the end of season championships, 3 years after their first. And like their first title at this event, they beat Japanese opposition in the final. Lovely placement of the final shot from Jia Yifan. A 6th title of the year for this Chinese pair. 21-14, 21-10 in 43 minutes. And they regain the title that they won 3 years ago. Well, as we were just saying, they played by far the better of the 2 pairs today. And that is reflected in the scoreline. Of course, the home fans played their part by the support to Chen and Jia Yifan. Well, they are deserving champions. But the women's doubles discipline, I think it's getting more and more interesting. When you look back over the year, of course, this Chinese pair won 2 of the Super 1000 events. But you look at the 750s, the 5 titles to 5 different pairs. The 500 events, 7 titles to 7 different pairs. We've now got the Koreans in where they were missing in recent years.
Yeah, they were missing for quite a while.
Now they've got 3 pairs that are winning at the elite level. I think we're entering a period of a really interesting time in the women's doubles.
I couldn't agree with you more. I really agree. And it must be really worrying times for Japanese women's doubles, because they've been 1, 2, 3 on the world ranking for ages.
Yeah.
And been winning tournament after tournament after tournament. And now they're even struggling sometimes to get their pairs into the semi-finals and finals.
Yeah.
So it's really worrying times coming up for the Tokyo Olympics next year for the Japanese women's doubles.
But the fact that we've got more different pairs winning it's perhaps also a concern that if you look at the level 500s and above, the 15 titles to 9 different pairs, but only 4 different nationalities. That's perhaps the concern, because you're right, we've got the 3 Japanese pairs, 2 Chinese pairs, 3 Korean pairs.
Yeah. But it's between these 3 nations.
It's between these 3 nations.
Yeah.
Do you not include Poli and Rahayu in that from Indonesia? Or
not anymore. I know they got a bronze at the World Championship, but I must say, also watching them here, I've also been commentating on the Indonesian pair. Gracia Poli seems to be aging, and she's not playing a lot of winners. They really play a very, very defensive game. And what we saw today, what's winning?
Attacking play.
Exactly.
Exactly. And you have to also take into account the Indonesians, Poli and Rahayu. Ooh. Hang on, wait a minute. Saying a few words to the fans. We'll try and get a translation for you in a moment on that. But they were playing the Southeast Asian Games. They played the final on Monday, arrived here Tuesday, and played their first match on Wednesday. That wasn't ideal preparation.
No, that's not good preparation. But still, they have been slipping further and further down on the world ranking, and they're down to number 8 now. The Indonesian women's doubles.
Yeah. Well, it's all fascinating stuff, but there's no question whatsoever that Chen and JIA, despite not winning their group today, were a class above their opponents. Very deserved champions, Chen and JIA. So the players invited to come forward for the prize presentation. The world champions, MATSUMOTO and Wakana Nagahara, for the 4th time this year, have to settle for 2nd best. A 6th title of the year. While I was saying they seem to do well at the big events. Former world champions winning the All England title this year, and the China Open 2 Super 1000 events. Malaysian Open, one of the 750, the Badminton Asia Championships, and now the World Tour finals. BWF Vice President for Europe, presenting the medals, first of all, to the current world champions, the silver medals. The trophies presented by Mr. Raymond Chen, Group General Manager, Chief Operating Officer, HSBC Asia Pacific. Marketing Director of Total Lubricants China Company Limited, the mascots. So the medals, the trophies, the mascots, and 126,000 US dollars for the winning pair. Well, I think they've been the most outstanding pair of the year, and therefore it's very fitting that Chen and JIA win the year-end championships. Well, the photographers, I'm pretty certain, will want some more photographs with the winners. And the maiden finalists take leave of centre stage. But coming up next for us on finals day is women's singles. And it features Chen of China, the current world #2, against the current world #1, Tai Tzu-Ying of Chinese Taipei. Yes, doesn't the Tian